going well at all, is it? Well, double check to make sure that I'm still talking. Make sure that I'm still talking. Yep, I am. Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you didn't miss too much, because I just now got the ping that my stupid, stream broke. We're basically going to get tacos, which is, topical. I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Brookevu. It's food time.
Brookevu! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Did you hear the Silver Scales are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
They have to know something about it.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
Oh.
If it isn't the third promise.
What the?
I don't know these ones. New salt.
He just cost me my taco.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us! Such an honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneering housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Ha! Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
Nah.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
Point taken.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
I can spank you to edge and back.
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubigo and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Nope.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know.
Huh.
Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
So it goes.
If he hadn't crushed it with his foot, I would have recommended taco salad, but oh well. I'm looking forward to trying some authentic Tula-Yulao cuisine, but we should hurry and join Alphino and the others at the palace. Alright, it's a bit of a climb to the top, but you can head up from the Resplendent Quarter, or even the eastern side of Talonmarch if you prefer. Now that you have an idea of how the city's laid out, I'll let you find your own way to Volok Shunsa. I was gonna port there. Ah, my poor empty belly. See, it's already paying off. You made it. Good. Then we're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. Yay. Oh my god, I'm chunking out hard on these quest objectives. Upon speaking to Aranvel, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Oh, I need to remember how long I was doing this video for. The Rite of Succession. I should probably double check. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. 'Twas like herding a pair of unruly quarrels. Yeah. I understand all too well. Charlene had the same effect on me. Alright then, now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what we might be in for. One second. Sounds like a sparring match. Yep. Oh, is that a Stinian? It is.
When did he get here?
What's the point? Why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
Nice. Wouldn't mind getting some action in.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter. Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that man there.
I see you, warrior.
Uh-oh.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
Alright, there we go.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Alanesh.
It's Erenville now, Don Servant.
Alanesh, huh?
I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamatis recruited allies. Ha! Old-tempered still. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their mettle, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once. Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
Huh. Cut and run.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja. The second promise, Ona. The third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja. You four will compete in the rite of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Serpent. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young, and so I look to thee always for inspiration. The rite of succession, the means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all. So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against. Though it seems the one-head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Toroll and find the City of Gold.
Uh-oh. Dun dun dun.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Gwona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer as proof my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyollal. I traveled the lands of Toroll with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same, but in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place.
Ah, convenient.
Bring them.
Ah, there it is. Got peanuts to munch on while I'm doing this. Yay.
Tuliyollal saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne.
Yeah. The other thing about this contest is learning about the country, too, and its various peoples.
Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja just successor and be done with it.
The rite of cessation begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. And Clement, remember to collect your tablets before you leave. You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession. But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
Alright, we got quite a challenge on our hands.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
And yes, Galuf is dead. We found that out when we did Eureka. Well, it's a lot of colorful people.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this? Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I want to see where this journey leads. I made my decision and I mean to see it through. I want to see where this journey leads.
So you are committed to your path? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Yeah, you need to find that Golden City too, huh, Ironbow?
come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Saralja.
Take heart, tiller of the soil. The Resilion son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Saralja, the first promise and commander of the Landsguard. Saralja, the palace seer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Saralja is indeed the natural child of Gulul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Saralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists.
So he's a danger if he becomes leader.
This puts him in direct oppositions to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Saralja, the warmonger.
Cryon, are you all right?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Saralja's ambitions. Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier. The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always. That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studio.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Sharlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser Clavons.
As you noticed, basically the three children have personality traits of Dawn Servant. We got Zeralja, who's the physical aspect, of Kona, the mental aspect, and when we have Wuklamat, basically the adventuring aspect, and the love of people.
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn Servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliolal. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your deity.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja finally found peace in Tuliolal. A pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
So technically we have two bad eggs and two good eggs. Wuklamat and Kona are the only good ones, and then the other two are bad if they win.
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
I appreciate you sparing the time that you do have with me.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
I just said that. So basically we're getting underway. They're introducing the contestants for the Right of Succession, and then we're going to get started with it. Nope, now it's time for our lady to come on out.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies. It's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious Third Promise into your care. Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Uh-oh.
Of the Dawn's promise. I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
It's fine. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat, I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Basically, Wuklamat's like the Naruto of this game. She has talk no jutsu.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Basically, she can talk people out of being evil. And, you know, she has plot armor enough to survive things she shouldn't. Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa's not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tuliulal saga. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars? We could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea, let's go and take a look. Nope, looks like someone's disconnecting. Or in this game, it's called Pokeballing. Alright, so we gotta go over this way, so we're gonna go to the cabins. There's an aetheryte right over here, that's why I'm running this way. This place is huge! Oh, none of the other stuff unlocked yet. So I can't do the crafting and gathering stuff. That makes everyone. Wuklamat, the tablets if you would. Of course. Everyone has a tablet, then let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. I wonder what tablet I have. Oh, do I even get to look at it? Ah, Valagarmanda. The Sky Ruin. Yeah, I didn't even get to look. Otto did it. Unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear to be identical. Alrighty, you be careful, Bunny, and you have a nice day, okay? Thanks for joining up. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established that the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? The Dawn Servant said we were to retrace the path he walked in uniting Terrell's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Now we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tuliulal saga. The events the glyphs portray, do we know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold. That one involved the Pelu Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about that storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Jacques Tourelle several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as Eorzea's, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. We want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail. I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. It is, if it's information we need. Just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. Arnville. It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. That's right, the reservation is under Wuklamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you've finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Zibalyev Tea. Greetings, visitors to Tuliulal, and welcome to the Four-Armed Cabins. Whenever you are ready, I'll show you to your rooms. That's my new inn room. The inn has 2 things I wish that my personal house has. The ability to sleep in the bed. And then the other is to, oops. And the other is the ability to use the glamour dresser. For some weird reason, Square Enix says that whenever they try to do the glamour dresser inside a housing, it breaks the game. Haven't heard anything about the bed sleeping thing, though. I think that's probably also another game breaker. Await your companions and embark on the rite of succession? Yes. Let's start this up. Trust you to be the keenest to head out, hero. But where are Arnville and Wuklamat, I wonder? Speaking of devil. Oh good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? Seeing as we needed information, I thought who better to get it from than the locals. These 2 hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. I give you credit for taking initiative, at least. Oh, no. What do you mean, at least? I am honored that the Third Promise would seek my advice. I, too, am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently. So I brought these for the two of you. Link pearls. What's this? It is called a link pearl, a gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. If that's so, what a handy thing to have. It'll be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. So apparently I still have an hour, hopefully, before maintenance. Thank God. The Tuli Yulal saga features a number of Tyrell's clans. Two of those, the Hanu Hanu and the Pelu Pelu, have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are a cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village, Okanu, is located in Kozumaoka. The other smaller fellow is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Urkapacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold and craft all kinds of marvelous goods in Wachimpelo, their village. Now, as for deciding which village to visit first, why don't you put that adventurer's instinct of yours to work for us, hero? Pick our destination. Upon completing this quest, the main scenario will branch into two quest paths, which is kind of like it has been doing since Heaven's Ward. And the fact it does get a little annoying that sometimes that they branch out, but I think World of Warcraft started it back in, I think it was Wrath of the Lich King. Accepting the quest from the helpful Hanu will temporarily prevent you from accepting the quest from the approachable Pelu and vice versa. The second quest path will become available from the respective NPC once you have completed the series of quests from the first path. Furthermore, story elements and quest rewards will not be affected by your initial choice of path. Speak with the NPC you prefer and embark on the trail of the rite of succession. I think we're gonna go celebrate first. The quest to Urkapacha will become available once you have completed this quest series, beginning with the helpful Hanu. To Kozamaoka. So what is it you'd like to know? The route to Okano. We go south through the Arch of the Dawn, then follow the road which runs alongside the Kozamaoka River. Is that right? It is. Be warned, however, my brethren tell me the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart and several people injured if not killed. Even our beloved festival's in danger of being called off this year. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. Be sure to watch our footing, thank you. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they were hit hard by that storm. Anyway, if we're bound for Kozamaoka, we should head over to the Arch. We'll be back to talk to you in good time, Master Merchant. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at Jibaliev tea. It's all been arranged. We got the festival to save. Ooh, cool. Stuff started unlocking. A new dawn, a new hunt. Yes! You there. You are a hero, are you not? The adventurer from across the salt who has been lending the Third Promise his strength. Yep. Then well met. To tell the truth, I have been meaning to make your acquaintance for some time. I have a proposition for you. You are familiar with the Eorzean hunts, yes? We have something very similar here to Lialal, and having heard much of your philanthropic spirit, not to mention your capacity for violence, we should very much like to recruit you to our cause. If you are interested, speak with my associate, Bolagao. The Zeebral is a master of the hunt and administers to the bills in the square overlooking the port. Tell him the Wing of Protection recommends you. I have a burn in my nose for a sneeze that won't come. What do we have here? Huh, your posture could use some work, but you've got good eyes. Eyes that have seen a few things. You here to sign up? Yep. Ha! The Wing of Protection recommend you, do they? Well, we're always on the lookout for new hunters, and if you're good enough for Woklamat, then you're good enough for us. Pleasure to have you with us, hero. Suppose I better get down to the introductions. Or maybe I don't need to. This whole idea came from your side of the sea, after all. It was Kono who showed us your ways. Either way, I'll keep it brief. Our hunts work much the same way they do in Eorzea. We put a bounty on those beasts that prove themselves an enemy of the people. You kill them and bring us back the proof, you get your reward. While your reputation may precede you, rules are rules. And the rule is I have to test every hopeful out on beginner bills. Can't have every youngling with nothing to his name but a plowshare and a dream of glory skipping merrily away to his doom. Prove yourself in Tyrell and I'll give you some bigger, bitier fish to fry. Yay. You are now able to undertake beginner Dawn Hunt mark bills from the Dawn Hunt board until you all. Defeat the monsters described on the bills, and you will be rewarded with tokens that can be exchanged for exclusive items. To exchange tokens for exclusive items, speak with Ryubulja and Tuliulal. New quests and intermediate Dawn Hunt mark bills will become available from Bologao upon reaching level 94 and fulfilling certain conditions within the main scenario. Sacks of nuts. Blue Coat Cat, Wild Ride Barding, Music Note, and then of course it's the Neo Kingdom stuff. Yes, that's the current weapon of my main because I'm still, you know, a ways away. Ooh, I love that hood. The hood's amazing. It's actually my new glam for my kitty cat. Excuse me, sir, but are you a tradesman by chance? You've the hands of someone with a long storied career, hands that I would beg you lend to the good people of Tyrell. Here we accept petitions for aid on behalf of the Wing of Reflection. Be they from the common citizenry, bleh, or fellow artisans, we use any and all tools of the trade at our disposal to ensure the needs of Tyrell are met. Since its founding, myriad tribes have gathered here unto Tuliolal, commerce flourishing as the years passed. However, as one might expect from such a diverse people, business practices also varied greatly from tribe to tribe. While there are difficulties in trade we have yet to overcome, a great many troubles were resolved when the Dawn Servant established the Wing Leave system. We serve as an intermediary between those who require aid and the tradespeople with the requisite skills needed to fulfill these petitions in the form of leaves. Are you familiar with leaves? Hailing from across the salt, I would assume so. The head of reason adopted the system from the guild leaves employed in Eorzea. The leave plates used depict the Dawn Servant's journey building this nation, and the lessons learned from his companions along the way. A reminder that only together can we make Tuliolal thrive. Of course, this sentiment of solidarity also extends to allies come from abroad, much like you, which is to say we would be honored to have your assistance. Yay, I have wing leaves available now. You may now undertake wing leaves by seeking with Mali Holly. Yay, so I can go do those now and level up much faster. Culinary import, corn of necessity. I can't do that. What's this? sights of the west. We gotta go unlock that. I got half an hour left. Then I'll have to bugger off for a few minutes to get my nose right. Maybe get a bite to eat, and then we're gonna go play some Lunar 2. Interesting. Why does this feel like it's just a dead end? Because it is. Taco aficionado, I like that. That's hilarious. We're gonna just go up here and jump down. Down the runway and whee! Elzeby Ironheart. A fellow Eorzean, am I right? Do you fancy yourself much of a sightseer? A little bit. Dear old Millith gave you her journal. My, what a small world. It just so happens that I'm her cousin, Elzeby Ironheart, at your service. Well, if you've met Cousin Millith, I'm sure you can guess why I crossed the salt, as they say. This continent is positively brimming with sights unseen by Eorzean eyes, and I'm here to discover them all. My twin sister and I, that is, you see. I had more interest in Yok, while she was drawn to the vistas of Zack. So it was that we parted ways at the bridge, each of us touring half of Tyrell. So give me your sightseeing log, then. Let's see. Oh, how beautiful. I should like to see these places myself someday. Sorry. I was going to just scribble down. My notes on Yok Tyrell. I included what my sister shared with me of Jacques Tyrell, but I'm afraid it isn't much. My twin's name is Emmeline, and she's still wandering about over there. Giving your natural affinity for Ironhearts, you'll doubtless run into her someday. Well, I'm sure you've got... Well, I'm sure you've got places to be and vistas to behold. May your journey throughout Tyrell be bright and unforgettable. Dawn Trail entries have been added to your sightseeing log. You must be level 90 or above to record Dawn Trail vistas, travel to the location indicated, and fulfill the necessary conditions, and you will complete the entry for that vista, earning experience points in the process. Use your wits and the notes provided by Elzeby to identify these stunning sights and the proper way to appreciate them, and see Tyrell as only the greatest explorers have seen her. Cool. I do not mean to draw steel against you. Whee! Alright, so I got pretty much everything unlocked. Oh man, allergies are really killing me right now. Oh, this person is dancing right where you need to be to start your journey. Are we ready to leave? Yep. Then onward to Kozumauka. Open the way.
Kosamauka, the land of rainbow terraces. It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuklamat, we proceeded along the Marsi Trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
Kosamauka, Yaktral.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Tuliyola does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before. Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
Yay, new area, which means I gotta go back to not being able to fly again. There's no stopping the third promise, is there? A good thing she has Arnville to keep her from getting lost. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Right, let's get moving. If we continue along this road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. Everyone has arrived, and none the worse for wear, except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud despite my explicit warnings. Hey, I asked you not to say anything. Anyway, this is the Hanu village I was telling you about, Okanu. A festive people. It's like about 20 minutes left before I gotta end. It's like our friend said, the people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they are still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we can, what we came to do and find this Elector. Oh, Calais. Oh, what now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it the last time you were here. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greeting to the third promise and her entourage. I, Zanuhali, welcome you to Okanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of Elector during the rite of succession. So our idea about the Electors was correct. We just do as Papa said and retrace his path from the saga. I'm ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time, all in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Should we poke around a bit then? We might pick up some clues about the feat. You know, prepare ourselves. That's surprisingly prudent of you. What? You think I'm being too cautious? No, I'm impressed is all. You admire and respect your father who is prone to decisive action, so I expect you to rush in first and ask questions later, or never. I do look up to Papa, but you should know that he has a pragmatic side too. The head of reason is the thinker who takes time to consider all the possibilities. With the long naps he takes these days, though, the head of resolve is less restrained by his wisdom. I can't fault you for thinking that's all there is to him, but there's more to the Dawn servant you've seen thus far. I should like to speak with the head of reason one day. Ah well, I'm sure you'll catch him awake soon enough. To return to the subject at hand, you wish to take a look around Ukano then? Do some groundwork before the feat begins. Something like that. I mean, I could probably pass the test with my eyes closed, but it'll keep us busy while we're waiting. Well, Klamat has the right of it. As Elder Zanuhali is a resident of this village, learning more about it can only improve our chances in the feat. Might I suggest a division of forces? For instance, Aronville, Alisay, and Kryl could concentrate on the northern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Wuklamat, Hero, and myself will handle this northern half. Sounds good to me. Gemstone Trader. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad to say that the damage from the storm has been repaired and our stores are open for business. If you have any bicolored gemstones to trade, I'd love to take a look. You now have access to the region's gemstone exchange. Trade bicolored gemstones for a variety of rare and exclusive items. Successfully completing local fates will allow you to save delivery of goods in the region, increasing the number of items available for exchange. Oh wait, first I need the Aetherite. Always get the Aetherite first, kiddies. Whenever possible. Yay. No music, sadly. The gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs appear to be ongoing. Ugh, man. You heard about the storm. I've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help the Dawn servant sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there is not so much else that was lost for good. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken to are not their usually cheery selves. That storm broke more than wooden reeds. There must be something I can do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. Oh yeah, I want a dodo mount from the guild raffle. I get the waddle. Sneeze incoming! Snikes. The dry and shrunken bundle suggests the reeds were harvested some time ago. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Woven from reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. The beak and feathered tail in particular stand out. Ugh. Oh, I thought I went deaf for a second. Jesus. This boat must be woven from the same reeds I've seen gathered into bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu, then. Hello, can you all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. On my way. We ought to hurry over, too.
No sign of Zorolja, or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Zorolja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, Elder of the Hanu. I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
You made it after all.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge.
Ugh.
Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to elector coincided with this predicament. For surely, those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Oh, mercy me! You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat-giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
Oh.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The feat of reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
Count on it.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
So technically I'm supposed to be taking a bit part. I'm supposed to be the side character. Moklobot's supposed to be the main character. The Feat of Reeds. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're going to find it. I'll make Bakul Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Ironville, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course, follow me. Hey. I find it hilarious. You can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Give me strength. Let's all of us scour the field and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. Ugh. As Onohale described, the reeds appeared wilted and unhealthy. The water contains no obvious contaminants and looks fresh and clear at a cursory glance. The soil in the patties is all one would expect. Rich in color and suitably moist, not dry nor flaky. A small frog catches your eye. Strangely lackadaisical, it doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scurries away. Catchy tune. Seen enough? I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. Well, what do we think? Any obvious problems? I agree. The waters look to be of good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? We would need an alchemist to know for certain. I don't have much to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seemed lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. They've suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there's another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. The festival! This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal, so without it the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. Last time I visited, the village was in the middle of the festivities. You'll never see the Hanu more joyful and alive. It's an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help them put on their festival, get them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows? Maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution for the other. Stranger things have happened. I don't know about that. Huh? Stranger things have happened. Right? I failed to see the relation between festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Besides, this is Wuklama's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. Thanks, everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reed that looks like a bird. In the big building to the north? Let's go and see it. Sorry, I got startled by an Amber Alert, and then to top it off, I got hit with some work messages. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Alright, so I'm gonna have to lead this here. I'm gonna go take a small break, get myself collected, and then we're gonna go and do some other stuff, because, you know, maintenance is about to start. But thank you all for watching. This is part 170 of my playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you'd like to go ahead and give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Keep up with the content. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want to be notified whenever I go live with go live or release new content. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. There are no spoilers, please. And I will see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later. Gonna turn it off for now. Doo-da.